What's up, YouTube? Let me get in the shade here. It's Mr. Ferguson here. Thank you so much for coming back for another video here in Central North Carolina. As you guys know, we're here in winter. We're in mid-December now, and so our content has slowed down a little bit. I hate it. It feels like forever since we've done a lawn care video, but thanks to all my subscribers that continue to come back and watch. Thank you guys so much. If you're not subscribed, if this is the very first Mr. Ferguson video you've ever clicked on and watched, consider subscribing if you would. I'm a DIY guy. I'm not a professional. Never worked in lawn care, never worked in the grass industry whatsoever. I'm just a guy that wants to have a nice lawn, living in the suburbs here in Central North Carolina, trying my best. I'm in year 3 with a GCI turf type tall fescue lawn, and so we've just documented our journey along the way. Check out the past videos if you're interested, and we just do things here in the lawn. We show you what you're doing, we do our best to describe it, we show you if it works out or if it don't. We show you the good, bad, and the ugly here on the Mr. Ferguson channel, so consider subscribing if you're not. But again, thank you guys for coming back for this video. Again, it feels like forever. So the first update I want to give you, I'm not sure what the title of this video will be or what the thumbnail is, but because of you guys in the comment section, many of you that have experimented, have had this issue with other things, I bought a product here called Fusilade. What is Fusilade? Well, to the ones that have been commenting, I pulled the trigger and I got it. I made my wife angry because I think she was going to work with my parents and get this for me for Christmas, because like, hey, you know, I could use a little bit of propiconazole, I could use some more Speed Zone for herbicides, but I went ahead and pulled the trigger because my intentions originally was to go ahead and use this. It was something we could do. But first of all, what is Fusilade? We're not going to go into the major details of it in this video, but Fusilade is a herbicide, and mainly it is used for what I'm going to use it for, is to control Bermuda grass. That is right. So if you're like me and you have Bermuda grass that creeps in your yard, especially when we get into these summer months and our grass dies off and Bermuda likes to creep in, we're going to be playing around with some Fusilade here. We're going to be going over the label. We'll do that on camera. We'll spray some and we'll give you updates when it gets warmer, likely in probably the April-May time frame. The recommendations I think me and Tom was talking about in the comments section was now is a good time because our grass, our fescue is so dark green and looking awesome. All of the Bermuda that has crept in different parts of the lawn have turned brown. So it's a good time to take pictures, make note of here's where some is lying dormant possibly. I know for me, you guys have seen it in past videos on my bank, on the flat part, on the side. There's Bermuda all spread throughout there. So likely we'll do probably a blanket spray of the bank if that is something that the label will allow me to do. So Fusilade 2, you can find it at domyown.com. I'll put a link down below. I got mine off of Amazon. I am an Amazon affiliate, so using my link below helps support me and the family with a small percentage of that purchase. So use that link if you kindly would. If not, I would go over to Do My Own. I do believe it is about $3 cheaper. I'm the worst salesman in the world, but it's all about you guys. I want you to get the best price and the cheapest price. And what I've seen, Do My Own, I believe has it $3 cheaper. So check it out over there, Fusilade 2. Secondly, we want to go back here to our playground area. A few videos back, I think it was probably in November, you guys remember we took the garden weasel, we bought some lawn soil, we went up to Lowe's, we had some areas that were bare, and so right here behind us we took our garden weasel, we weaseled it up, we put down some fresh soil, we threw down some GCI turf type tall fescue seed, we raked it and blended it in really well, and then I watered it for about 2 days after that. I made it a point to come out and put water on it. But right now, North Carolina, I just saw something on our local channel of WRAL on the news. They were talking about how we're really in a drought. We've not had a lot of rain for December or November. We've had very, very little rain, and I've not got out here and watered it, but man, oh my gosh, as I look across my lawn, the color is beautiful. That Scotts Winter Guard, I can't speak highly enough of it. That urea nitrogen and the cut of that Honda mower just looks absolutely gorgeous that you guys can see behind me. So I'll flip the camera in just a second, but I want to update you on that seed back here. it's kind of been, we threw down seed, we blended it in, we've watered it twice, and we've just walked away from it. I've not, you know, we didn't put any peat moss on it. We didn't spray it with RGS. I didn't do any of that. And I just want to show you what it's looking like now. So I figured this would be a video we could do on a Friday. So again, thank you for listening about the herbicide Fusilade. Check that out if you're interested. Let's go back here and check out this repair area. So you ever seen that channel? I think it's Between Two Ferns with that guy from, I don't even know what movie it is, but we got two dead ferns here. My wife put here, but anyways, getting back to the lawn, our little area over here, it seems to be thickening up. We got some moss showing up again. I got some Moss X in this box here. I may have to throw down, but we got a little bit of moss down there. You see it showing up right here. So we'll have to handle some of that, but this area is thickening up a little bit. It looked way worse. Definitely think the tenacity just hit that fine fescue and just kind of devastated it, messed it up. But since we threw more of that dense shade mix and some GCI turf, it's grown in. So the lawn, man, I'll tell you, I've cut since we've last joined together in a video, and man, just the cut of that Honda mower is just gorgeous. I did a side-to-side cut, and the neighbor then recently they cut their lawn, and it just looks, they were just smoked with leaves. You've seen the past videos, but finally I think we've reached the point where all of the leaves have finally fallen out of the tree, besides maybe right here. We won't have so much leaf duty to do, but I actually cut it's about a half or an inch off of it. And again, today we're in the 60s. Today we're going to be in the 70s this weekend, so I think we may even do another cut. I thought this would be my last cut, but anyways, the lawn, the color, the Scotts Winter Guard, if you've not thrown it down, if you're in North Carolina with these ups and downs with 70s and 75 degrees, man, I wouldn't be surprised if you could still throw down Scotts Winter Guard and get a color response, water it in and get it. But the lawn is looking awesome. Let's go back over here to where we did the garden weasel, and if you remember, it was this main area right here. This is where you go back. I'm somewhere up in the top corner. I've likely already showed you the video we're referring to. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch that, skim through it real fast. But you can see we threw down fresh topsoil right here in front of the wood, and then right here where my hand is, and then up in this region and this area right here roughly. So we've not paid any attention to it, but what I noticed the other day cutting was, oh my goodness, all of this grass is brand new grass, and we've got a lot of it that's come up. Like right here, this is all fresh grass. So, and I can tell here's some of that soil. If you look way down in here, you can see some of that lawn soil, and someone had mentioned that it does contain peat moss in it, and it does contain a very little bit of starter fur in it. But I was like, oh, we got baby grass coming up. I wasn't going to touch any of this and run the mower over it, but there was so many leaves, there was so many leaves covering the whole yard, I wanted to go through. Now you can also see, while we have baby grass in this general area, these areas like over here, we still got bare spots. So as I mentioned in that last video, sometimes it works well, sometimes it don't. We scattered our seed all over here evenly, and you see we got brand new baby grass right here popping up, fresh GCI turf seed right here. But in this area, we got nothing. So could that have been the way I spread, you know, the mixture of the soil and the seed? Possibly. Has it just not come up? Possibly. But again, we did our job. We walked away, and it really popped up a lot when I noticed when we got that the last rain, which has been a little bit. So is it 100%? Oh my gosh, that looks so much better. Sort of, kind of, yes and no. I think it looks better. I think it could look better, and I think spring will really help it to look way better. I can tell just looking all of this section right here, there's baby grass mixed into all of that. Over here, I can 100% tell this was all bare. I don't know if we can go back. Likely I can't go back and show you any clips, but we had a lot of bare areas here, and there's a lot of grass here now from where we've been mowing. So this area has definitely improved, and this is again an area where we got roots sticking out of the ground, and I know that roots fight for that, but as you can see it right ahead of that root, baby grass all over the place. Baby grass up in this area right here, baby grass everywhere. So again, it just goes to show you, I'm in North Carolina, we're having temperatures fluctuating from the high 30s to the 40s to the 70s. like today we're in the 60s, and so water, if I was to keep water on this regularly like I should, we would probably have this all thickened up even more than you see it now. But it just goes to show you, if you just take that garden weasel round, you know, loosen up the compaction of the soil, get some of the rocks out of the way, get some of the junk and the debris, put down some fresh topsoil over the areas we was talking about, blend in some GCI seed or the seed that you chose to throw in your lawn, that you can just walk away, let the natural rain come down and it will handle it. Or, you know, you likely in the first couple of days at least want to get the moisture. The rain is what gives it life. But ultimately you can kind of see, as I stand back, I don't know if it'll show on camera, there's a lighter green right here in this general area of the camera of the shot that I'm showing you, which is all brand new grass. And so there you go. So everything we did was not in vain. It was not a waste of time. We have lots of areas where that baby grass is just continuing to come up, so we want to keep the leaves off of it, or at least I'm trying to, so that when it does rain, it's not all catching on the leaves and the sunshine can hit it. So there you go. Now up here by the slide, you can see that we're having a little more trouble. We've got baby grass coming in right here. We've got baby grass over there. We got some here, some there, a little, but it's splotchy, and we have roots coming out right here. So this area's had grass in the past, so I know that it can happen. I know that it can do it. We put down a bunch of crappy topsoil way back in the summer, trying to do what we did the last video with the good soil, but we ended up having bad soil from a company up the street, which we won't visit again. But it's coming in, and so it just goes to show you can repair areas, and when the spring comes and when that growth happens, it should really take off in this area, and we should be looking good. So just wanted to update you on our repair area that things are looking fabulous. So we'll keep it back here in the backyard for this video, but again, even as I walk right here, you can see some of this on the ground. I don't know if I'm able to get it, but do you see where some of this Bermuda, you know, it's been, you know, in my hand here, you can see where it's already browned up because we got nights in the 20s and things like that nature. So there's splotches of Bermuda that is mixed in with the fescue. That's what we're hoping to use this Fusilade herbicide for, that some of you in the comments have told me I've used it, it works. You just have to use the label rates, and so we are going to 100% read that label. I'll probably read it, and then while we do the next video, when we use Fusilade, we'll read it on camera to make any warnings like don't use on fine fescues and things like Tenacity, so that we don't make any mistakes down the road. But thank you guys so much for joining us on this video. It's a pleasure to be able to do another lawn care video in December. I'm loving this weather. I know a lot of people in December, they want it to be chilly and cold and wearing their sweatshirts and their scarves and gloves, but it is 60 degrees. It's wonderful. I'm gonna eat my lunch, go take my walk around the neighborhood, and I just love it. It's December, it's hard to believe, but that's North Carolina. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another video. We'll see you on the next one next week, hopefully. We'll dive into another lawn care topic. We'll update you, we'll review, and we'll get into something else in the lawn. God bless you. Have a great weekend.